Hi guys, happy prep day 2. So I just wanted to do this little video because we are going to be talking about nutrition, and I know it's very overwhelming when you first get your package. You get your little nutrition guide, you see the containers, you get your workouts, and you're like, now what? So today we are going to talk about these little containers and your nutrition guide. So when you get your nutrition guide, I want you guys to first off go to this page. So it has all your little containers, tells you which containers was for what. So like your little yellows are for your like seeds and dressings, healthy fats. So this one you do your like hummus, all those ones. You have your carbs, protein, fruits, and then your veggies. And don't worry, you get more than one of these containers. So if you're just looking at these containers and like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna starve, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna starve. The first week, I actually found it hard to eat all the food that I needed because I was so used to starving my body. I would just go through the whole day, maybe grab a few little snacks here and there. I think I ate a lot of goldfish when my kids were little. I would just snack on whatever was left on their plates. I used to be guilty of that. I don't really eat what's left on their plates anymore. I usually just either put it in the fridge for them later or it goes in the green bin. So so you have all your little containers. So you get all your containers and then your shaker cup. If you did just do the essentials kit, you wouldn't get your shaker cup because you didn't have the shakes. So then we are going to find out what your calorie level is. Sorry, I haven't had my coffee yet this morning. So you take your current weight, times it by 11, get that number. So it takes you step by step to tell you how many containers you can have. Okay, so if you are breastfeeding, this is very important. So we want to, you still want to lose weight while you're breastfeeding, but you want to do it in a healthy way, and you don't want to compromise your milk supply. So if you are breastfeeding, add another 300 calories or 500 calories. Maybe start at 300 calories and see how you're feeling. If you need more, if you feel like you don't have enough energy, or your milk supply, you find it's going like the one day it's really low compared to the other days, bump it up to 5. Or I recommend alternating. So one day you add extra 300, next day you add 500, like on and on. So then you are still in that healthy range for your eating and your milk supply, because that little one is very important, and we want to keep him healthy and happy as well. So yeah, so add the 300 to 500 calories onto that. So you would just add that to, yeah, so instead you would add it on the second one, your calorie base. So on this one, your calorie needs, so you'd add another 300 to 500 on that, and then it would tell you how many more containers. So that's the way to figure that one out, because it would be going into your calorie range. So maybe when you do, just try and find the page here so I can show you guys. Where is it? Okay, so here it is. So when you go on in, it'll be like $1,200 to $1,499 is your range. If you add the other 300 to 500, it might bump you up to the other level, or you still might be in that same range for your containers. Maybe if you are still in that same range for your 300 to 500 calories, maybe just add an extra healthy fat onto that. So maybe a little more hummus or anything that you really like onto that, because I think you need some healthy fats into there as well. So I hope that answers any questions to anyone that's breastfeeding in this group right now. Alrighty, So back to the container. So once you do your calculations, you will find out how many containers you get for your day. So I'm in the 1200 to 14. So I would get 3 green, 2 purple, which is your fruits, 4 proteins, 2 yellows, 1 blue, and 2 of the seeds and dressings. And I know this dressing looks like it's small, but I can tell you, once you actually started to put your dressing in there and pour on, it's actually quite a bit. And then when in this book, there's also a lot of salad dressing recipes that are delicious. They are easy to make. They are cheaper to make than to buy in the grocery store. And the dressings in the grocery store are filled with so many chemicals, and there's antifreeze in our salad dressings. Like, I do not want to be drinking and eating antifreeze in my dressing. So at least I know when I make my little dressings in there, I usually make a batch, put it in like a little jam jar. That's why I put mine in. Put it in a jam jar so I have different dressings to try. I put it on like my salad. Sometimes I drizzle it over my chicken, all that kind of stuff. So figure out your containers. Also, the one thing we don't have in our containers, there's little teaspoons. So the little teaspoons is ones for your nut butters and your oil. So anything that you're maybe sauteing, you have your little oil in there. I put my teaspoons, I put 1 teaspoon in my shake every morning because I like nut butter into my shakes every morning. So that's 1 there. So you figure all that stuff out. And then you're probably wondering, well, what do I put in the containers? What can I actually eat? So Autumn has made the system, the portion control system, and it was actually from the 21-Day Fix. So it doesn't matter what program you are doing. Beachbody has decided to use these portion control system for a lot of their programs because it actually works. It's easy. It's like a no-brainer item. So you start off with your containers. Maybe after a week, maybe after 2 weeks, you can see how big your portions are and how what they should properly be. And then you don't have to rely on your containers all the time. But these containers are awesome. Like when you're on the go, I throw some grapes or raspberries in here. I could do my vegetables in here, like carrots, celery, cucumbers. Put a little hummus, take this, and I'm ready to go. Or sometimes I want to do a little hummus and some Mary Ann's crackers. So I put that in, throw it in my purse, ready to go. I always bring snacks with me no matter where I am because I find when I'm out, there's nowhere I can go to grab healthy snacks. I can't go through McDonald's drive-thru. There's 0 healthy snacks or meals at McDonald's. Tim Hortons is exactly the same thing. You can bring your lunches out if you want. If you know that you're going to be out at a girlfriend's house or you have an appointment and it's right before lunch and you know you're not going to be home before lunch and you're going to be hungry and you're going to be wanting to go through that drive-thru, bring a salad. Like, grab your little containers, portion it all out, put it in a little Tupperware, throw it in a little lunch bag, and bring your snacks with you. We always bring snacks for our kids. We're bringing goldfish. We're bringing them like milks and everything. So let's start preparing foods for ourselves as well. Alrighty. It's true though. Like, we always think about our kids that they're going to be hungry when we're out, but we actually never think of ourselves. I was guilty of that. Not going to lie. And I lived on coffee and goldfish. Alrighty. So little containers. So each category, so you'll have every container, and it will give you a list of foods. So the top foods are the most nutrition. So you have kale, collard greens, spinach, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and then you come down here to like carrots, cauliflower, sprouts. So the higher that pick, the more it's better for you and for your transformation. So all that. You don't have to always pick the ones on the top. You can switch it up day to day, but they do give you the list so you know. And the exact same. So goes through your purples. Raspberries number 1. Raspberries are delicious. Blueberries are number 2. I love, love, love blueberries. And then you have your red container. So it has all your chicken and ground and your eggs are in there. And also your Shakeology is in a red as well. So every time you have a shake in the morning, log it as a red. So your shake is a red if you add anything to it. So I usually add every morning, I would add a teaspoon of nut butter and a half a banana. So I do a red, a teaspoon, and half of a fruit for my shake. If you just want to do water and just your shake, then all you have to do is your purple. But anything you add to your shake, you do have to log onto that as well. I usually add stuff to my shake because I like to experiment with some flavors. I really like chocolate, the chocolate shake with a little bit of peppermint extract. Delicious. It tastes like a peppermint mocha. Which is going to be out at McDonald's very, very soon because Christmas time, like they already have their Christmas decorations out. So yeah, like experiment, whatever you like. If there's something that you like and you always go to like Starbucks or Tim Hortons, let me know and I can send you a recipe that's similar to that. So you have your yellows. When I started with this, I had a really, really hard time to eat my yellows. I was having some issues with my stomach and I tried to cut out all grains because I thought that was the reason. And I think it's because I was eating the wrong carbs for my body and it didn't like it. So now I can eat sprouted bread. I can eat sweet potatoes. They don't bother me. I can eat pasta, but I do quinoa pasta or rice pasta instead of regular pasta and it doesn't upset my stomach as well. So there's so many things in here. Like you can still have tortillas, you can still have pancakes. Probably not the pancakes that you're used to, but you can still have pancakes. And I make pancakes every weekend for the kids, and they have no idea that I changed up the recipe. So you have all your ones there, your blue, your orange. There's even a list of free foods. So a lot of your spices are on there, your mustards, your garlic, hot sauce. And then beverages, because you can drink a lot of your calories and we don't want to do that. So I'll list all the beverages you can have, and it'll tell you like which ones are for what, how many ounces, and how many, like you can, like for these beverages here, you can have them 3 times a week instead of a yellow. So I actually stay away from all these unless I save up my yellows for wine. I recommend not doing that the first week because we want to get around the whole healthy eating. My first round, I did not drink at all. I did on my second round. I had it to celebrate my second round. But if you want, you still can have your wine if you like. And then they're treats. We can have treats. We can have treats. I know who goes on a clean eating, going to want to lose some weight, and you can still have treats. So here is a list of all the treats you can have. If you are drinking Shakeology, there are some amazing recipes in here for your treat days. So I make the bars in here. The bars are delicious with a chocolate, and I put some like raisins and nuts in there. So Autumn gives you a ton of recipes. So there's like seasonings, what to put on like your chicken and stuff. We have like stir fries. There's eggs in here. Like so many great recipes. As well, your dressings. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about, the Shakeology. the bars. So good. It's like eating a chocolate bar, and it's healthy for you. So yeah, they have in here, they even have a few drinks in here. They even have a restaurant guide, just in case. So you have all those in here. And then your trackers. So it depends on how you want to track it. They give you these that you can photocopy and do, but there is actually an app on your app store. It's called 21 Day Fix Tracker app. It's free. It makes it so much easier to track your day. So in the morning, you can track your breakfast. So when you first log in, you would put how many containers you're allowed a day. So from there, you take your containers. So in the morning, say I'm gonna have 2 eggs, which is a protein. Or if you only like egg whites, you can have 8 egg whites, like huge amount. Like I can't even eat all that. So I usually break it up. So it'd be like half a protein. So I'd have my eggs in the morning, which is a red. I would have sprouted toast, which is a yellow. I would have a teaspoon of peanut butter onto my toast. And then I usually maybe would have some fruit with it. So I log that all into my challenge app. And keep doing that. So once you keep adding it, it would subtract and say how many containers you have during the day. So for your snack, you can see, okay, I have 1 more purple left. I have your greens left, like 4 greens. So you're saying, I'm like, okay, for my snack, I'm gonna have some carrots, celery, and some hummus for my snack. Take that off, and they'll tell you how much. When your family's having maybe pasta that night, have your pasta in a little container. I remember when I first started this, and my kids had pasta for one night. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have some pasta. I'm like, oh, I gotta measure it out. I put my pasta in, put it in my bowl. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was overeating my pasta by like, instead of 1 of these, I would probably have 10 of them. Like, seriously, like, I had no idea what I was overeating. I would just eat. Even though if I was hungry, I would eat it. So I would have my pasta in here. I'd usually put a smaller amount of pasta, ton of vegetables, like either sauteed onions and peppers or whatever, tomatoes, whatever you like on your pasta. I put that into my pasta. And then I would have, also this would include my tomato sauce. If you're looking for amazing tomato sauce, Costco has Simply Organics tomato sauce. They also have a marinara. There's only, I think, 2 ingredients, tomatoes, spices. It is absolutely delicious. It's good for you, and you can put in these containers and you don't have to worry about what it is. So it's called Simply Organic. It comes in a pack of 4. I think they're like $9.99. My family lives on that stuff. So I put that in there. So I'd have my pasta sauce, and my vegetables. And that would be my my dinner for the night with the kids. So I could still prepare a healthy meal for the kids while eating my proper portions. And then at night, I would usually save a fruit for my dessert. A little snack there. So it's really, really easy to still be on this plan and do the clean eating while still making the meals for your family. There's a few things that we've changed at home that my kids haven't even noticed. Sour cream's gone. Greek yogurt's in for their tacos. We have taco nights every Tuesday. I know we all have Beachbody On Demand. So I want to go over that as well. So tomorrow we are going to go over Beachbody On Demand. I can do a little video on that as well. If you can get on today, that's awesome. Look up for the Fixate, because the Fixate, Autumn Calabrese and her brother Bobby Calabrese has made these videos for us, and she'll do there's one called Containers 101. I think there's a Containers 101. Sorry if I get the name wrong. There's a pantry raid, which is amazing. So she goes through the pantry and say what things you should have in your pantry, what you can swap out. because we still want to make some stuff at home. I no longer have white flour in my house. We have oat flour, coconut flour, almond flour. There are so many great things that you can swap out and you can't even tell the difference. So definitely watch the first 3 videos. They're called the fundamental videos, whatever those ones are. Watch those videos because they are so helpful. I wish they had those videos when I started, because it would have made a world of difference to really understand the containers. So go through meal prep, because I find when we do meal prep, it's a lot easier. Everything's stocked, everything's prepped. So there's 2 videos on there about meal prep. There's one that does all your individual meals, so you can make up your salads and everything's in a separate container. I don't do meal prep like that because I can't decide really what I want to eat that day. So I usually make a big batch of everything. So I would do a big batch of chicken. I would do my like peppers and onions and all that stuff. I would boil my eggs, get all my yogurts. I do a big thing of rice and quinoa, like bok choy, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes I don't saute my bok choy and stuff up right away. I would just have it all portioned in the fridge. So if I wanted to throw that into one of my meals, or if I wanted sauteed spinach into my eggs in the morning, I just have it a little portioned off, and then I just throw it in, and I know how much is in it. I hope I answered everyone's questions about the nutrition guide, but if you have any other questions, comment below in this video. I would love to answer them, or Kelly and I can answer them. Yeah, so when you get your, so today when you do, either you can, if you got your book, go through your book. If you haven't got your book, you can go on to Beachbody On Demand, go into your program. On the right hand side it'll say meal plan, calendar. So go in your meal plan, so you can just look on the book online and then figure out how many calories you can, your calorie count, which will tell you how many containers you can have. So when you figure that out, push done. Let me know what that you've got that done, and yeah, we can, it's gonna be soon. And then tomorrow we are gonna be talking a little more how to get started, and about the workouts and the eating plan, and maybe go through a little more of that as well. So I hope everyone has a great day. It is Friday. Maybe have that glass of wine now if you want tonight, because Monday we are kicking off. I'm kicking off as well. Q4 starts on Monday. I'm going all in. I got my containers all set for when I start again, because it's been a little while since I had to use these little things. I've been using kind of measuring in my head, but I might be a little off recently, and maybe having a little more coffee. So I'm going to try and cut out a few things for myself as well. I am ready to dive in with you ladies. It is gonna be amazing. You guys have already been so amazing. So many comments and cheering each other on in this group. So I'm very excited. So have a great Friday. I am off to make my breakfast and maybe get a walk in today. Alrighty, bye guys.